Welcome, one and everyone, to episode 419 of Scotch and Smoke Rings. Sorry for the small hiccup. I'm 2 minutes late. That's because I had pressed record earlier, only to discover that I was not live. Not sure what was going on wrong there, but things should be going very well now. Just in case, I'm going to message everybody to see if they can see me. But welcome, everybody, to episode 419 of Scotch and Smoke Rings. I am your neighborhood friendly Oxhorn, here as always with my suspenders set to maximum stun. Got a great show for you today. We're going to be playing Metro 2033, just like we did last week, and we're going to pick up exactly where we left off. Never fear, I did not go ahead and play without you guys, so we will pick up where we left off. You won't be missing anything. We have a few staff members in the chat today. K. Vile Paul, you're welcome to say hi if you want.
Okay. Hello, I'm here.
They will be reading your comments, and I will be reading the comments as well. So if you would like to get your comment answered on the show today, go ahead and leave a comment in the chat box there, either on Discord, Twitch, or YouTube. I'm streaming to all of those platforms, well, except for Discord. I'm streaming to both platforms, and I'm monitoring the chat here on Twitch. So, we've got a lot of fun today. It's hot here in Seattle, just like it was last week. We're going through a heat streak in Seattle. I don't know if you've seen the news, but Seattle is in the middle of a big heat boom. 52, 53 days without measurable precipitation. That's right, this is supposed to be the place that's raining all the time, and we've gone for 53 some odd days without any sort of measurable precipitation. And apparently this is a record. We haven't hit this since 1952. But it is good to remember that we did hit this at one time in the past, back in 1952. So, anyway, it's dry, it's hot. I've got a big fan in my window blasting out cool air at me. If it gets too noisy, let me know, and I'll do my very best to turn it off. But I think I've got the microphone close enough to my mouth so that you can't hear the fan. Hey, Oxhorn, will you be playing Outlast again? His name flew off the screen. Sorry. No, I will not be playing Outlast again. Look, I liked Outlast. I played the first Outlast on this show from beginning to end, beat the entire thing. I did one live stream of Outlast 2. You can find the recording on my channel. But then I found the dead babies. I don't think of myself as an easily upset person. Somebody who gets upset easily. I also think that I have a fairly firm constitution. I don't get queasy easily. But I do have to draw the line at dead babies. So we won't be broadcasting Outlast 2 again anytime soon. Instead, I'm very happy to be playing Metro 2033, where we don't have dead babies, and instead we can kill zombies and raiders and ghost people things and stuff like that. Typical monsters, which is great. I dig it. Oxhorn, will you do any lore on Vault 19? Yes, I will do lore on Vault 19. I can't say when. I have quite a production schedule ahead of me. Muted Bunny says, did you ever romance Hancock? I did a video all about Hancock. I did a profile video on him in which I romanced Hancock, just so that you could see what would happen. I mean, I've never played a character who wanted to romance Hancock. I don't even think Kate would want to romance Hancock. I mean, she says if I ever decide to go ghoul, that she may consider Hancock, but first she would have to decide to go ghoul. Why go ghoul when you have so many options? Anyway, I have a problem, ladies and gentlemen. I have a problem that I need your help with. Well, I don't need your help with, but I need to talk with you about it as if you were my therapist. I have a problem. Here's the problem. Last week I bought this bottle of Scotch. A beautiful bottle of Scotch, Glenfiddich single malt Scotch whiskey, and I have not had a drop since I opened it last week. Now, you wouldn't think so taking a look at it, because look how much is gone. How could so much be gone if I haven't had a drop since last week? Well, the reason is because last week was just as hot as it is today. Just as miserable as it is today. And when temperatures get hot, at least where I live, the fruit flies like to hang out. And so I poured myself a nice glass of scotch, and I would take one sip, set the glass down, and then I would go to take another sip, and I would find floaties. Floaties in the glass. There is nothing worse when you find floaties in the scotch. So I'm still doing my show. I dump out the scotch, I rinse out the glass, pour a little bit more, take a sip, go back, 5 minutes later, take more flies floating in the scotch. And so I wasted all of that scotch. I wasted all of this scotch because of those doggone flies last week. So I came up with a cunning plan, to quote Baldric. I am a father, and I have two beautiful little babies, a 3-year-old girl and a 5-year-old boy. And they have these ingenious, I don't understand why we didn't think of this beforehand, but they've got these amazing things called sippy cups. And they've got lids on them that make it so that nothing can get inside the cup. And I was thinking, wow, I could put my scotch in one of those, and I would not get flies in my scotch. So I'm doing that. I've got my little sippy cup from one of my kids. My daughter actually chastised me on my way downstairs. She says, "Daddy, that's my sippy cup." And I said, "I know, but I need to borrow it for the show tonight because I have to drink scotch." Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be drinking scotch out of a sippy cup, but I've got a really, really good reason. It's a really good reason. All right, there's a little bit of melted ice in there. All right, here we go. Ah, that is ingenuity at work, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. There will not be fruit flies in my scotch, for I shall drink my scotch from the sippy cup. Ooh, you can even see the thickness and the beauty of it. All right, here we go. Taste test. I can't even taste the plastic. That's how genius this is. Drink out of the bottle like a real man. Look, there are two types of people who drink out of the bottle, and they're not real men. Hobos and really dirty hobos. They drink out of bottles. They don't drink out of gentlemanly cups. This is as close to a gentlemanly cup as I can get tonight for fear of fruit flies. Nice and chilled. And I've also got some tea to complement it. No $1 million sound this week, says Striped Llama. Well, I've noticed that as the scotch gets lower and lower in the bottle, the sound is less impressive. We'll try it. Here we go. I'm going to hold it right up to the microphone. See? It just kind of squeaks off. There, that's the best I got. That's the best I got. Cigars today. I have an Oliva. It's a tapered torpedo cut today. But I don't have a good cutter. Oh, wait, no. No, I've got a good cutter. It's not a good cutter. I have this cutter. I've had it for years. I've probably had this cutter for 10 years. And I really like the look of it, but it's gotten so dull. And I don't know how to sharpen it. So while I was at the cigar shop today, I bought a cheapo gas station cutter. But I don't care. I mean, it's made of plastic, but it has sharp edges, which means I can cut my cigar without causing it to unravel. Where did I put my cigar? It just unravels. Am I going mad? Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. It was hiding behind my keyboard. It'll be interesting to see how well this works. I've never used a gas station cutter before. I don't like these guillotine. I prefer the scissor types because it actually causes... Oh, I could do it that way. All these years. That's how you do it. Okay. Oh, it's like magic. The sharp knife versus the dull knife. And now I realize I should not be using a lighter. I should be using wooden matches, but I'm feeling Like I don't have wooden matches. And fire at the end of the day is fire. I don't want anyone who watched Hellboy 2 to say, "Oh, Oxhorn, you should be using cedar matches." I know. Eden Meadows Cinema. Ladies and gentlemen, I had so much fun publishing the video that I published this morning on Eden Meadows Cinema. I thought it was going to be too short. I went to record it yesterday thinking, oh, this is going to be too short. My fans aren't going to watch this. It's too short. But then as I explored the cinema, I found the terminal, which I didn't realize was there until I got there, which had all sorts of wonderful lore. And then I thought it would be fun to explore the different ways that we can kill those ghouls. And that turned it into a full-length fun video. I had such a blast finding different ways to kill those ghouls. And I was so pleased that I found a reference to Seattle, as I said in the video. Now, tomorrow's video is going to be tricky. I'm in the middle of working on my video for tomorrow. I've got all of the footage done. I've got it partially edited in Premiere. I've got all of the audio recorded, but I still have to edit the audio, which is going to be about 3 hours of work. And then I have to splice the audio and the video together to actually make the video, and that's going to be a good 4 hours of work. So I've got a late night ahead of me, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing like a good 14-hour day, but never fear, I should be able to get the video for you in time tomorrow. But if I don't, it's because I needed to sleep. But I'm going to try. Hey, we got a tip from Jazlyn. Thank you very much, Jazlyn, who asks, "Hey, Oxhorn, I love your videos. Do you think you'll ever play Mass Effect? Either the trilogy or maybe Andromeda. I was super stoked to play Andromeda when it came out. I even dedicated an entire week to live streaming Andromeda when it came out, and I was ultimately disappointed." I know that Andromeda, all of the fans have been saying that I shouldn't use Andromeda to judge the Mass Effect franchise. They keep on telling me that it's not indicative of the franchise as a whole, that the other games are better, and I'm willing to admit that. But from what I played of Andromeda, I was less than impressed. Not only were there game mechanic issues, but you get to the Nexus, I believe it was called, and all of the conversations were uninteresting. Every single, you go from person to person, you're trying to find out more information, and they were all uninteresting. Plus, if you watch my live stream, my very first live stream of Mass Effect Andromeda, you can probably see it in my face while I'm playing. I'm sitting there on the ship, and I'm predicting the major plot points before they happen. And I had not watched it before. It had dropped that day, and I'm sitting here going, oh, so he's got a father who's a Pathfinder, and he's really important, and they have a strained relationship. Oh, and they're going to be getting onto a jet together and go to a planet. And so he's going to be in action. Oh, gosh, I wonder what could possibly happen to the father. Not to do any spoilers, ladies and gentlemen. It's all right. I mean, I'm super preoccupied with Fallout right now, and it's capturing my imagination. And so I'm going to be working on the Fallout franchise for the foreseeable future. Canuck says, "Hey Oxhorn, do you have a theory about the fate of Sarah Lyons? It bugs me that all we know is that she was shot by some guy." Yeah, I mean, that is all we know because that's all the lore that we've gotten. It's really hard to just invent something that isn't there. Now, we could certainly look for more clues, but unless Bethesda came up with a story for what happens to Sarah Lyons, then there's nothing to find. Like, they can only leave clues as to her true fate if they know themselves. And I'm one to think they don't even know themselves. I think it's probably something they wrote into the lore of the Pridwin just on a lark, which of course is heartbreaking to anybody who had a crush on Sarah Lyons in Fallout 3. Thanks for the tip, non-chromai, Brody. His sole message is that he jumps on top of a table and starts screeching. Cigar Ox is on the stream today. Hey there, Cigar Ox. Good to have you in the program. Are you heading to Salem to see the eclipse on Monday? Asks Cigar Ox. No, I'm not. I got too much work to do. Too much work. I would love to see it. Won't I be able to see it from here, though? I believe that when I took a look at the trajectory, when I took a look at the path, it went right over Seattle, or maybe right below Seattle. Maybe I won't be able to see it. I don't know. Oh, the comment flew right off the screen, but somebody... Oh, Mr. Sir says, Ox, are you ever going to play Overwatch again? The summer games are live right now, and I'd like to see some of that. Also, Doomfist was released a few weeks ago. My wife plays Overwatch a lot, and so I live vicariously through her gaming. Every night after work, I'll go upstairs after making a video and watch her destroy some noobs in Overwatch. It's a lot of fun. The summer games, yeah, I should probably log on to get some of the skins. I won't be streaming Overwatch right now anytime soon. I really want to get through Metro first. That's a lot of fun. Dania with a tip says, I love your videos. Fairly new to the channel, but you remind me of a friend. It's a good thing. Well, I'm glad. It'd be bad if I reminded you of a friend you do not like. Anyways, keep up the good work. Will do. I'll do my very best. Thank you. When do you think Bethesda's mod update is coming out, says Ethan? Something I can't even predict. I don't even know. They made the big announcement, which was probably partially to gauge feedback to see how people would respond. And then they're probably going to be placing their resources into it, depending upon how people responded. And I know a lot of people did not like it, but there were still a lot of people, particularly in the modding community, who did like it. So it's up in the air. I don't know when they'll come out with it. Cameron leaves a tip and says, good evening, Sir Oxhorn and company. Tell me, will Metro last night be running good tonight? I hope so. I tested it before the show. I made sure to test everything before the show. I was able to log into the game. I had the broadcast software working right. We should be good to go. That said, anything is possible. I cannot predict what will happen. It's a live broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. It's kind of like live TV. Any crazy person could come up behind the camera and say something obscene. Or my computer could die. Last week it was crazy. Last week my power strip died. I had to use Amazon Prime to get another one. It arrived right after the show. So it knocked me offline for a few hours. Couldn't predict that. Knocked me offline for a few minutes, I should say. I was able to get the broadcast up and running again.
Alrighty, Ox. This is just your Discord moderator asking here. Do you want any of us to read off questions from Discord? Because we are getting a fair amount.
Yeah, I can't monitor Discord, so I'm depending upon you. If you see something on Discord that's interesting, please hop in.
Alright, well, lucky for you, we've got a few that we've been collecting. Alright. Skittle asks, this is a little bit of a theory for you. Where do you think the sole survivor in Fallout 4 does after the events of Fallout 4?
Well, you're basically asking me, what do I think the canon ending of Fallout 4 is? Because it depends upon whom the sole survivor sided with. If the sole survivor sided with the Railroad, well, then the sole survivor goes on rescuing synths, Brotherhood of Steel, killing synths and super mutants. The Institute, going on to make more sense. So I think the canon ending of Fallout 4, and I'm just saying this is my opinion, I have no evidence, but I think that the canon ending of Fallout 4 is the Minuteman ending. I think that the sole survivor becomes the general of the Minutemen, and we will hear about the sole survivor's activities in Fallout 5 solely in relation to the exploits of the Minutemen. That's my best guess. Shade Marie says, good evening, stopping by to say hello with a wonderful tip. Thank you very much. Good. I don't know if you're a sir or a madam, but sir or madam, thank you. Jack says, hey, Oxhorn, love the videos and the content. Do you know of any laptops that can run Fallout 4 smoothly? I'm thinking about getting one to play Fallout on PC. No, I have hard enough. So I built a computer from scratch. You can see my computer specs in the description of every single video that I produce. And even with this beast of a computer that I built that can play every other game on ultra settings perfectly, I struggle maxing out my settings on Fallout 4 and going to downtown Boston. It's a struggle. It's just poorly optimized. The best way to get good performance with Fallout 4, I've found, is just to turn off all shadows. The shadows are the big thing. Like my machine, it can handle most everything, but when I turn my shadows on high resolution and a high draw, then it just bogs my machine down. So yes, you could find a laptop that could play Fallout 4. I can't give you a recommendation, but it's going to be choppy. There's no perfect gaming system for Fallout 4.
Alrighty. Here's one from Vault Guy 88. Have you played any Metal Gear Solid games?
No. My brother did. When we were children, I would watch my brother play Metal Gear Solid. That's the way it was in our family. I never played games. My brother was the big gamer. I take that back. I think I played Super Mario Brothers. 3 was the big one that I enjoyed 3. And then Super Mario RPG was good when it came out. Does anyone remember that? Super Mario RPG. I liked those games, but I kind of got away from gaming for a while. But my brother still played games, and I was interested in them, so I would watch him play. It's kind of the same now. I mean, I really only play Fallout, and my wife plays a variety of games, and so I'll go upstairs and watch her play. Anyway, my brother played Metal Gear Solid when we were kids, and so I would watch him play. And through him, I know of Revolver, Ocelot, and that one redheaded girl. I forget the rest.
Alrighty. Mrs. E. Hi, Ox. Who's your favorite Doctor? In reference to Doctor Who, if you didn't know.
I was confused. Thanks for clarifying. This is my favorite Doctor. I was going to say, Madison Lee? Well, I like the Tennant Doctor. But that could also be simply due to my lack of exposure. I didn't watch Doctor Who in my childhood, so I wasn't able. So I don't have a fond memory of all of the classic episodes. I got into Doctor Who with the Christopher Eccleston, the reboot, basically. Well, the revamp, kind of. And I liked Christopher. He was good. I really liked David Tennant. Matt Smith was also really good. And then I kind of stopped watching after that. I watched a few episodes with the Scottish guy. I forget his name. And haven't watched any since. So I'm going to say David Tennant.
Alrighty. Sorry. Shara the Chocolate Demon asks, Oxhorn, will you ever continue the Inventing Swear Words series in the future?
Well, I should probably give you a definitive no, shouldn't I? I long said that I would pick up my old World of Warcraft machinima movies if I ever had the opportunity. But I'm really busy nowadays. So busy that I don't see a time when I'll ever get back to making machinima for World of Warcraft again. So I think I'm happy to leave that as a very fond memory from the past. I enjoyed making my World of Warcraft movies. I probably will not be revisiting them in the future. I'm going to be focusing on Fallout for now. Dania, with a tip, says, Oxhorn, do you know anything of the Puppet Man vault? I asked before, a couple of episodes ago, when you were talking about worst vaults. Anyway, it's from Fallout 3. I don't remember the vault number. I am vaguely familiar with it. I have not gone to it yet. But I will be doing videos on all of the vaults in Fallout, including the Fallout 3 vaults. I've already done Fallout New Vegas vaults, Fallout 4 vaults. I haven't done a Fallout 3 vault yet, have I? Maybe I'll have to put the Puppet Man vault high up on my list. But never fear, all of the vaults in Fallout 3, Tranquility Lane, the whole thing, we will do it. Stay tuned.
Isn't the Puppet Man a comic book?
Now that you say that, sorry for the silence. Now that you say that, I am thinking that it may have been.
Next question. Trigger Nerve asks, what cigars do you smoke?
Well, I smoke a wide variety of cigars. Haven't smoked a whole lot recently. I'm smoking an Oliva Connecticut leaf cigar right now. It's pretty doggone good. La Aurora y Leon cigars are pretty good. I enjoy those typically when I'm smoking more regularly.
Dr. Biohazard 115 asks, do you have a P.O. box where their fans can send you homemade Fallout-related goodies? It's the best way they can support you and your content without being Patreons.
Well, I greatly appreciate it. Nothing. I love nothing more than handmade goodies. I don't have a P.O. box right now. I did many years ago when people would send me things, but I don't have a P.O. box right now. I'm planning on moving here in the coming months, so I probably won't have a P.O. box anytime soon, so I don't have a mailing address available, but I appreciate the idea and the thought. You can always take a photograph of something and share it with me on social media.
One of the moderators just had another answer to the Puppet Man thing. Yes, it is a comic, but his vault suit and the holotape talking about him is in Paradise Falls in 3, so it is canon.
Ah, interesting. Well, in that case, I'll have to stumble upon that holotape and tell the story.
Here's a interesting question from Munch53. If you could change one thing about Fallout, whether it be physics, story, mechanics, or anything, what would it be?
The whole franchise or one particular game?
Whole franchise.
Well, if I could change one thing, I would change the corruption of the United States of America before the bombs dropped. Because I realize that it's good storytelling, and I realize that there's a lot of corruption all over the world. But I don't believe that the United States of the real world is in any way as corrupt as the United States in the Fallout world. And so I would prefer a post-apocalyptic Fallout world in which the pre-war United States was a little bit less corrupt. That's the one thing I would change. Guillermo with a tip says, hello Oxhorn, your channel has reinvigorated my love for Fallout. Question, ever consider playing Wolfenstein The New Order for future live streams? Maybe. I'm really preoccupied with Metro right now. I'm enjoying Metro. But I may do something like Wolfenstein in the future. Who knows? Although I tend to enjoy post-apocalyptic games rather than... Well, I don't know. Wolfenstein is kind of that. Maybe. I'll take a look at it. Will you do a video on Paradise Falls from Fallout 3, says Double Big Mac. And yes, I will. Never fear.
Dog meat, but another from Dr. Biohazard. Dog meat or Rex from New Vegas?
Well, dog meat. Dog meat is just so classic. And Rex's personality changes depending upon the brain you decide to use. So some Rexes are better than others, or are at least more kind and better pets than others. Grade A Grady Batista with a wonderful tip says, speaking of the future of the Soul Survivor, do you think the Minutemen would move on from the Commonwealth or try to remake the Commonwealth Provisional Government or something? Well, yeah, I do believe that that's true, especially if you take a look at the NCR. The NCR started really small in California, but as they grew and as California began to prosper, they began to move into other areas, including Nevada, which is why we meet them in Fallout New Vegas. And I think that if the CPG were to ever establish, if I thought that the Minutemen were to ever establish themselves, reestablish the CPG, I would hope that the CPG would become powerful enough to either inspire a neighboring area to create their own government or take on a governing role in those areas. That's what I would hope for.
Mad Assassin A asks, Aox, have you ever heard of Fallout Cascadia? I think I pronounced that right.
Cascadia.
Cascadia.
No, what's that?
It's apparent.
Yes, I have heard of Cascadia. For those who don't know, it's a mod. It's a Fallout 4 mod set in the Pacific Northwest that has not been released yet. And it's interesting to hear about what they're coming up with. I don't know. I don't know anything more about it than anyone else knows. So, but yeah, I have heard of it, and it sounds fascinating.
Hunter, with an X instead of a U, asks, Ox, if you could use/have one mod in the entire game of Fallout 4, which would it be?
Just one? You're talking to a guy with 230 some odd mods installed.
We all understand the pain. You gotta choose one.
I just gotta choose one. What is the one mod without which I would not be able to play? It's tricky for me because I specifically choose mods that don't change the gameplay. So really, there is no mod that I use that I have to have to enjoy the game. But I think the mods that add to my enjoyment of the game more than anything are going to be my texture mods and the E&B that I use. So if I could somehow combine all of my texture mods and my E&B into one mod, that is the mod I would choose. So I'm kind of answering your question by cheating by putting a whole bunch of mods together in one group.
Axview. Hey Ox, I was hoping to buy some Oxhorn stuff for my daughter. Ever think of selling stuff for 12 months and up?
Gosh, I don't know. I work through Teespring. So Teespring powers my shop, and I don't believe they have anything for infants or toddlers. I think it's all teenage sizes and up. So I'll talk with them, see if they have anything for infants and toddlers, but I don't think I'm going to be able to help you there.
Owzomo asks, Ox, what do you think about the concept of having a co-op Fallout game mode so you could play with a friend online?
I've gotten that question before, and it makes a lot of sense. I mean, there used to be a Fallout MMO being planned. I don't know if anyone knows that, but it was Project V113 or Project V13, something like that. It was a Fallout MMO that was being planned by Interplay. And it got pretty far in development. Actually, no, I take that back. Van Buren got far in development. The Fallout MMO didn't get past the concept phase. And it sounds interesting. I'd definitely love to play a game like that. But one of the things that I like about Fallout is the fact that it is single player. Because that's the best way you can feel like you're building a world. If you're sharing that world with thousands of other players on one server, then you never really can build the world. You can only share that world with everyone else and do some of the same quests and compete with each other and play with each other. And that's definitely fun in its own right. But one of the things I like about the Fallout universe is you feel like you're achieving something when you do the quests. Especially in Fallout 4 when you choose the ultimate direction that the Commonwealth goes. And you have a settlement system that allows you to do actual building. So that's I think that's one of the great lures of the Fallout franchise, is that sense of world building, which I think would be tricky to do in an MMO.
One Tango Bravo asked if, and this is going to be a tricky one, if Bethesda offered you to create Fallout 5, describe what you would put in the main story, where it would take place, and would it have the Enclave or something more challenging?
So, Oxhorn, invent a game. Just off the top of your head, why don't you? We'll
Questions are getting limited.
Right, so I need to come up with a game plot. Here you go, Bethesda. I'm writing Fallout 5 for you.
Making history.
All right. Here's the plot of Fallout 5. A fishing captain working out of the Puget Sound near Seattle manages to sail up to Alaska, where he stumbles into a top secret government technology facility built into the side of a glacier. He needed to stop because a storm was a-brewing, and he saw some seals on the ice and thought it would be good food. So he gets out with his spear to go hunt some seals. But then a snowstorm kicks up, and he has to seek shelter. He manages to find this door, and he opens it up and stumbles inside. But it's so dark that he can't see where he's going, and he stubs his toe, and he trips, and he falls into this big vat of glowing blue goo. What he doesn't realize is that he stumbled into a United States government cryogenic fluid that freezes him in time until the year 2297. By then, global warming has made the glaciers of Alaska splinter off. And the glacier that he happened to fall into and get frozen in this cryogenic fluid splinters off from Alaska, and it slowly melts as it flows south towards Washington. It fully melts, and he wakes up on the beach right next to his boat, right next to his old houseboat, right on Lake Union in Seattle, in downtown Seattle. Convenient, I know, but that's what happened, and you can't change history. And now, with all he knows as a life as a fisherman, he has to forge an existence for himself in this post-apocalyptic nuclear Seattle and take vengeance upon the people who allowed him to sit in that vat of frozen goo for 200 years. There you go. That's the plot of Fallout 5, straight from Oxhorn.
Someone's gonna make that mod.
Oh no. Cool Crap says, I love your videos. Crazy how fast an hour can go by when watching your lore videos on something I've experienced on my many Fallout playthroughs. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate it.
Coming from Mr. Lemon, have you ever thought of playing the mod Frost Survival, maybe as Scotch and Smoke Rings?
I've heard a lot of great things about Frost. I haven't played it yet myself. I'm interested in going through player-made content, but first I really want to finish a lot of the Fallout lore. That's what I'd like to do first. Cameron with a tip says, Sir Oxhorn, I've been meaning to ask this question, and I've been contemplating asking this question. Would you like some cigars? They come from a local cigar shop called El Cubano and are hand-wrapped on site. And then his message gets cut off a little bit. Thank you very much for the offer. I've had viewers send me cigars in the past, but like I told another viewer, I don't have an address you can send them to right now. I no longer have my P.O. box, so I'm going to say no for now, but I greatly appreciate the offer. Thank you very much.
Here's another from Munch53. How do you feel about realistic damage mods?
Well, realistic damage is always in the eye of the beholder. You know, it's one of those things where Bethesda and Obsidian and the companies making the Fallout games, they make the decisions that they do from a game balance perspective. Now, we may see somebody taking damage in the game and get confused. We would say, oh, that would never hurt that much, or that should hurt a lot more. And so we make a mod to go and fix the damage, but we don't know what we're ruining by doing so. Because we know that Bethesda and Obsidian, they really handcraft things to work together, right? I don't install any kind of mods that alter gameplay just because I want to experience the game as the developers intended, changing only minor things like certain costumes and textures without changing any gameplay mechanics. But I totally, one of the things I love about the Fallout franchise is it's the Garden of Eden creation kit, right? It's one of those things where people can play around and make whatever they want, and I love the creativity about that. And people can make realistic damage mods and have a lot of fun doing it, and more power to them.
OMG Wilson Fizz, I think that's how you pronounce that, asks, Hey Oxhorn, I have a question. What do you think? What would you think Vault Tech as a faction? Would it be a good one?
No. I mean, yes, it would be a great bad faction. I would love to see Vault-Tec as a faction. You know what I would love in a future Fallout? To find that Vault-Tec is alive and well after all of these years. Because you think about it, what's the likelihood that they're all dead? Their business was making vaults, specifically designed to survive a nuclear apocalypse. And they didn't make one for themselves? I find that to be highly suspicious. I think it's much more likely that somewhere out there is a Vault-Tec vault for Vault-Tec employees, the family members of Vault-Tec employees, or at least the CEO of the Vault-Tec Corporation. Maybe from where they're continuing to monitor all of the other vaults out in the wasteland. Maybe their entire strategy was to continue to do these experiments even after the bombs dropped. And so they created a laboratory just for themselves to live out the apocalypse and monitor their test subjects. Conjecture, I know. But wouldn't that be cool? There you go, Bethesda. Another lore idea, plot point for Fallout 5. You can have that one for free.
Jared Rocks 08 asks, which would you prefer, a remaster of Fallout 3 or New Vegas?
Great question. If I had to choose between one, I would pick 3, only because the modding community for Fallout New Vegas is so huge that people can make Fallout New Vegas look amazing. Now, many of those mods do work for Fallout 3 because they share the same engine, but the mods that have been made for 3 are a lot less. They're much fewer than the mods that came for Fallout New Vegas. Plus, they made such a distinct design decision with Fallout 3, it being such a stark landscape, that I would be interested to see what they would come up with if they ever decided to remaster it. Would they keep that same sickly green hue in the sky everywhere? Would it be so dark, so dead? Or would they choose something else? I'd be really interested in seeing them remaster 3. But ladies and gentlemen, they won't be remastering either of those 2 games. It's a wonderful idea, but it won't be happening. The only reason they remastered Skyrim is because it shares the same engine as Fallout 4, which they had just finished a game on, and so they learned a lot of stuff and they were able to go back. Plus, it has a much larger player base than Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas do at the moment. Plus, it's later in time. Both of those games are in the earlier in time, around the 2010s, 2008, 2010, respectively. Skyrim came out many years after that, which means it's a newer game. It was easier for them to put that out for. So that's just my opinion.
Lee Verrett asks, hey Ox, do you consider the evil ending to Nuka World as canon? If so, wouldn't that conflict with the Minuteman one?
It would. That's why I don't think that it's canon. I don't think that the canon ending of the entire Commonwealth is that raiders from Nuka World invaded the Commonwealth and took over all of the settlements, basically turning the farmers into slaves. Possible, but I don't think that that's the canon ending. I think that it would be much more interesting, and it would give them more lore to work from if at least one of the existing factions in Fallout 4 was the canon ending. If one of those factions was the canon ending, like the Brotherhood of Steel ending for Fallout 3 was the canon ending, it would give them a lot to work from when moving on and creating a new game. Like, the reason that we don't see a lot of Enclave in Fallout 4 is because the Brotherhood of Steel defeated the Enclave in Fallout 3. That was canon. We learned that was canon even in Fallout New Vegas with the Remnants and all of that. So, yeah, I wouldn't want a bunch of raiders, which would be very hard to turn into more lore in the future, killing all of the other factions or destroying all of the people of the Commonwealth.
Here's a continuation of the remaster question. If they remastered New Vegas, would you rather have Obsidian do it or Bethesda?
Bethesda. Obsidian is really good at telling a story. They had a hard time with a lot of the technical functionality of Fallout New Vegas, and I realized it was because it rushed. I'm not judging Obsidian in any way. They had a short time scale set by Bethesda. They were rushed. I get it. But Bethesda does a really good job with design, especially for Fallout 4. I love the look, the re-envisioned look that Bethesda gave to Fallout 4. And if they ever did a remastered Fallout 3, I would love it if they took some of their design inspiration from 4 and moved it on over to Fallout 3. Or, I'm sorry, to Fallout New Vegas. I would love Obsidian to work on another Fallout game to come up with a story, because they're really good at tying in Fallout with Fallout 1 and Fallout 2. They're excellent at the West Coast, which may be one reason why Bethesda went out of their way to make Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 on the East Coast, so that they wouldn't feel like they had to reinvent what Obsidian had done and borrow so much from the original lore. Anyway, Bethesda.
Mick the Popcorn Pig asks, Ox, do you know why in Vault 21 there's concrete in the lower levels because of Mr. House in New Vegas?
I do, and we're going to make that the final question. I'm going to move on to the game here. But I realize that the reason there's so much concrete in there is because Mr. House, when he found out that Vault 21 was there, moved all the residents out, forcibly evicted them, and then filled the place with concrete. He was going to fill the entire thing with concrete, but what's her name? Sarah? Weintraub? Something? The girl that's in charge of the hotel there, she managed to convince Mr. House that it would be more profitable to turn it into a hotel. And I think that's sad. It's sad that he filled in the only vault on the strip, but I'll be saving my thoughts on that for another video, another day. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to switch to Metro, and it does mean that I'm not going to be able to see all of your comments because I'll be playing the game, but thankfully, we've got some mods in the chat, and we will take some breaks every now and then to answer some questions while I play. All right, the screen's going to go dark for just a second. There we go. Now, cross your fingers, because the last time I did this, my computer crashed, but hopefully everything goes well. Let's get Metro going. Hey, and look at that. No crash, and it's working. All right, let's pick up exactly where we left off. T. Sippy cup. And we'll dive on in. Let's continue our last save game.
When I came to my senses, I lost all hope. Nazi
Okay,
prisoners.
let's move to the armored car.
Okay.
Pavel, here's the plan. You'll take him in the armored car to our real car. After that, we'll be real close. Just the hall and the black station.
And what about the mission?
Hey, Miller will hand you a medal when you bring news from Hunter. I'll handle the mission myself. Let's meet up at the black station.
You be careful out there.
So, for those who missed last week's game, I managed to get through the really tricky part with the Nazis shooting at the Soviets, and I got caught by the Nazis, but then these Soviets, whom apparently are nice to me, some Soviets whom I rescued me. So, they managed to pull me into this room, and now I gotta find my way through here, and I have no idea what to expect. Oh! All right, let's make sure that we don't step on that. Oh, man, we got skeletons and all sorts of stuff. Here, I think my sound settings are really low. There, that's better. Now you can hear it. Mods, if the viewers want more sound, let me know and I'll do something about it. So this guy died with a crowbar in his hands trying to pry this door open. But then the apocalypse happened, I guess. I did that one already. Can't interact with that. So, Nazis around every corner. I need to be careful. Ooh. Now, I was told last time I played that I should really consider using that pellet gun, but I don't know. There's just something about using a pellet gun that I don't like. I much prefer this scratch-built sniper rifle thing. What is all of this? Ooh! Someone got blasted in the head. I keep looking at these containers thinking I can loot them, but I'm like, no, this isn't Fallout. Okay. Oh, they're waiting for me.
You should man the turret. It'll be harder to see you that way. I hope you know how to operate a machine gun, kid.
Well, guys, good luck to you.
Oh, this is that machine gun vehicle that I saw earlier where I killed that guy. And I really wanted to use it. Oh, great, now I get to use it. Oh, look at that! Oh, no. Oh, man.
We'll try to get past the roadblocks quietly. Keep your cool, and they might overlook the fact that we're standing in for the crew. If it all goes to hell, just do as I say.
And it will. It always all goes to hell. Hey there, Nazis. I'm just another friendly German guy. Let me on in. Hey, buddies.
What are you doing out here? This vehicle is not on the transport schedule.
We've been sent to the forward roadblock, Herr Officer, to deliver the ammo.
They've already received the ammo shipment. Who are you? Raise your eye shield. Stop! Alert! Man your vehicles!
Well, so much for that. Keep going, my lad. Yeah, I'm trying, buddy boy. Oh no! Nazis on trains. Whoa! Well, that was a good idea while it lasted, wasn't it? Oh. There we go. Okay, we survived. What's down there? Oh no, he's down there on me! Get doggone blasted Nazis in your train cars. At least I've got almost unlimited ammo.
Enemy on left!
Ooh! Hey, now calm yourself. I'm gonna blow you up. Whoa! can't tell who's shooting at me! I cannot tell who's shooting at me! Hey! What am I doing wrong? Am I out of ammunition? I'm out of ammunition. Oh no! I'm out of ammunition! Wait, no, I got it again. I just overheated. All right, let's try that again. Instead of the spray and pray strategy, let's try more. Come on now. Core crooks. So sluggish. Oh, and we're through.
Enemy from the back!
Which back? I've been facing that other direction this entire time. Oh, that guy. Okay. Yeah. Oh, no. What was that?
Oh my god!
It's a Panzer! Woo! Panzer Battalion. Oh no. Uh-oh. What happened, buddy? Did we, you want some jumper cables?
Here he is! Fire!
Well, that was fun! Maybe I should have just started shooting in the dark. Huh? How about that? But it's going to bring me back here in the middle of the... Oh! I overheated! No! Bad time to overheat. Ah, I gotta remember pulses. Small pulses. Oh no, what was that? Did we hit an iceberg?
Behind us, Anjo!
Oh, you curmudgeon! Just die already, won't you? And I'm overheated! No! Short bursts. Short bursts. Whoa!
Barely got away!
Yeah, I know. I was there. Where are we? Woo-wee. Oh, I guess I'm out now. Okay, I'm out. Here we go. Let's jump on down. Whew.
Let's hurry, Artyom!
Yeah, you hurry. I don't want to hurry. I'm a Fallout player. I look at everything. Ah, yes. What have we here? Secrets. Gas mask, munition. Got all that. Ooh, a key. I'll take the key. I wonder what it says. Bet I don't speak Russian.
Alright, Ox, I'm sorry I had to interrupt here, but I am getting extremely tired. It's been an extremely long day for me, so
That's okay. I appreciate you coming on and helping out.
Yeah, I think I hope another moderator can take over, but yeah, thanks.
No sweat. Thanks, guys, for coming and helping out. I really appreciate it.
Have a nice night, folks.
Have a nice night. All right, guys, the mods are gone. We can do what we want. No, wait a minute. I'm a mod, too. Crap. Ah, I forgot. Ooh, what's that? Oh, I don't need it. Ooh, I got a new note. And they call this a plan? The tunnel rats would be already dining on our bones if we didn't get insanely lucky. There were just two parts in Ullman's plan, insanity and surprise. Nobody among the Nazis expected us to capture their rail car. Neither did they expect a lightning backstabbing strike. I feel no remorse. The times of courteous warfare is long past. If you have to backstab to survive, we here on the Metro do so without blinking an eye. And then strike once more. The important thing is to keep your own back, coward. Oh! Whoa, look at this guy. Nice hat, my friend. Nice goggles and a glow stick in his mouth. What? Is this a reference to something that I don't understand? Okay. Now my friend is probably waiting on me. Oh no, not another railcar thing.
After our firefight with the Nazi trolleys, it seemed we would have an easy road ahead. Once again, I was wrong.
Oh no.
Almost there. Omen should be waiting at the Black Station.
Great, what's gonna happen?
Careful! Duck! Damn that! Did they have to build all that junk? Watch out or you'll get knocked senseless, so either duck or shoot! Yeah, a creepy place. Always stay on guard in these tunnels. Relax for a second and you are dead meat. Once we had an incident, the only thing left on the rail car were the guy's boots.
Ooh.
Listen up. We'll be approaching a station soon. It should be deserted, but be ready for anything.
Okay.
Light! Someone must be there! Take him out, Artyom! Close those gates!
I don't know who he is.
This is the start. We gotta get out of here quickly. Here we go! Take cover behind the armor!
I suck at this!
Pray we don't stall!
Gonna try and follow me?
Hang on!
What? Oh, I ducked. You saw me duck. Oh, I gotta go through that thing again.
Listen up. We'll be approaching a station soon. It should be deserted, but be ready for anything. Light! Someone must be there. Take him out, Artyom! This is the start. We gotta get out of here quickly. Here we go! Take cover behind the armor! Pray we don't stall!
I'm praying. Please don't stall, okay? Rains.
Hang on!
I did it.
Listen up. We'll
okay,
be
I got
approaching
it.
a station soon. It should be deserted, but be ready for anything.
I got it.
Light! Someone must be there. This is the start. We gotta get out of here quickly. Here we go! Take cover behind the armor!
Oh, I see. That first guy I killed blew it or something. I am not gonna have this happen again.
Hang on!
Thank God they didn't have a rail car, or they'd get us in this tunnel.
Speak of the devil, right? Right.
What the fuck? They used to be... They blew it up!
Ya doggone Nazis and your explosives. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Oh no, not this! Oh. I think I'll just stay ducked. It's probably for the best. I feel like I'm at Disneyland. What was that?
Depot! I've heard so much about it. So that's what it looks like.
Is this like a train graveyard? Oh! Oh, nasty! Oh man, nasty! Oh! Whoa!
Osalysis! Kill them or we'll never get out of here!
Oh, what is that? Shotgun is too slow. Come on, man! Come on! Don't eat my friend! No! No! Not my friend! I'm by myself. I'm by myself. I have no idea what's going on. Is it possible for me to do that without my friend dying? I don't even know if it's possible. I could have just made a big mistake. Well, I think I did just make a big mistake. Almost got crushed. Oh no. My friend is dead. You okay? And I can't go back there, can I? Well, it's okay. This game keeps giving me new friends. Every time I lose a friend, they just give me some new guy who mysteriously knows my name Artyom and wants to help me, so I'm sure I'll get another one, but man, poor guy. Ooh. Something. Oh no. Oh man, what have I found here? What have I? Oh, is that the right way? Oh.
After Pavel's death, I was on my own. Somehow I had to reach Black Station. Ullman would meet me there and take me to Polis.
I should have kept exploring. I didn't realize that that was the way out. I better not waste my ammunition. Can I go back? No, there's some sort of sludge slide. Oh. That's filthy. I feel like I'm in the Sierra Madre with all of this bell toll ringing, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Oxhorn.
Yeah.
Do you still want us to ask questions, or is that completely over with now?
No, you're welcome. If something interesting pops up. This is a good
tip.
moment because I'm kind of not in the middle of something. Go ahead.
I think I was just curious whether if you wanted us to or not.
You can if you see something great. I don't know if these are good guys or bad.
Human? But how? Come here, quickly!
Good.
You rarely see a man in those tunnels. Talk to the captain. We're in deep shit here. And now, so are you.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell you're doing out here, but an extra gunman's always handy. The passage to the station is closed off until the evacuation is complete. Prepare for battle. Take whatever spare ammo is left in the stash. You're one of us now. Our squad is called Children of the Underground. Friends, we have to hold off the enemy for a few minutes more. I won't lie to you. This will be a nasty fight. But think of your loved ones back in the station. Any beast that gets through our line will show them no mercy. So lock and load. Let's teach these freaks how to fight. Can you feel it? Shit! What are they like? Stay calm.
What is that? I can feel a wind. Oh, what is that? Ah! What was that? Was that a ghost train?
Everyone all right?
We've got casualties!
Oh no.
Such a nice day today. Boring.
What happened? Are you all right, buddy? Hey, you okay?
Damn!
Oh man. What? That's a bad sign. Okay. Yeah.
We're all dead, man.
Yeah, calm down.
Врагу не сдается, наш гордый варяг, посади никто не желает.
That's how you do it. Sing them to death.
Reload! Cover me, друзья!
Ah! Oh, it's another train thing! Ah! Oh no, not another one of these guys. Please, please, no, not another one. No! Oh, they're all dead. They're all dead. Oh, my friends are dead. Oh, are you okay? Hey.
Too many of the mutants broke through. Polis must be warned. But my fighting days are over, as you can see. I have a critical mission for you. Go up to our radio beacon. Contact Polis. And broadcast the emergency message I have prepared. Good luck, brother.
This is horrible. They're all dead. All right. If we don't act, they all die. I don't even know. Ooh, that's a weird texture glitch. Whoa, you see that? Ooh. It's weird. Well, I don't know who it is I'm actually helping. But I guess I better do something. All right. Stay strong, comrade. Oh, was this here the whole time? Oh. Here I feel just like back home at the exhibition. These people, just like we, are hanging on to their station, to their simple homesteads, their meaningless subterranean life and their bleak future, as if it has salvation in stock for them, all in vain. The best we can hope for, is a brief respite before we're all engulfed in eternal shadow. Poetic. And still they don't surrender. I should go too. Time is running short. I know I should stop to work on my video. If I don't know if I'll get it done for tomorrow, but I want to keep playing. I want to find out what happens next. Just 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. I think that was the most high-octane past 30 minutes of this game I've had yet. The train cars and... What? What was that? What was that? Did I just fall into a trap? This may be where I need to end it, but I gotta find out what that was. Oh! But where's that thing that came for me? I need to watch where I'm going, don't I? I need to watch where I'm going while I'm telling myself to watch where I'm going, apparently. How about let's just stop talking about watching where we're going and actually watch where we're going. Okay, there's that one right there. And there's one over here. Right there that I fell in, right there. Okay. $1960. Oh man, more of that bell tolling. What? I love it. Hey, hey, hey! You doggone rats! Do you only attack when my back is turned? Bats is what they are. They got stupid wings. Jiminy crickets! Are they just gonna keep coming? I kind of want to explore this area over here, but if they just keep coming, I don't know if I want to. Tripwire. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get through this. Ooh. Okay. Can I jump up there? What's up here? Oh, another portion of the train. All right. Another trap. Fall down and break a leg. No thanks. That's it, huh? Okay. Oh, it's a gong. I know exactly what's going to happen if I do this, but I can't help myself. Come on. No. Okay. Looks like there's another trap right there. Thought I saw some ammunition here. Oh. All right, 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, then I'll get back to work. Ooh, it echoes. Gotta come in here. Come on. I don't know if I can fall down there or not. Part of me thinks it might be a cool secret. Part of me thinks that if I fall down there, I die because it's a trap. So I'm just gonna forget about it. Oh man. Gosh, I have to watch everywhere I'm going. What? But then I've got my flashlight on. Ooh! Ah. Poor guy. Okay. I could go up there. I could go up there. Someone's playing music. Watch where I'm stepping. Oh, and I saved. Did that mean I missed some secrets? I must have missed some secrets. All right. What was that? Oh. Books! Just books. Well, that's the way I'm supposed to go. I know that now. So let's go up here. Maybe I'll find something interesting. 5 more minutes. What is this? Oh, okay, it is a secret because there's dead ends back here. Not much though, just a little bit of ammunition. Let's head down and go up that other one, and then we can turn around. Oh, hello. Methinks. Ammunition is precious. I've already run out of ammunition a couple of times while playing this game, so I know that I gotta get it all. Same with those gas mask filters. Alright, I got all that. So let's go this way. Oh, let's go this way. Watch our feet, watch our feet. Ah! Hello! Ooh! Ooh, all sorts of goodies. Oh, I didn't get the key! I thought I checked every area. How did I miss the key? Must be one of those things you can drop down, but you know what? I'm not going to risk it. Can I get around this without burning? No. Yeah. All sorts of horrible traps. Ah! Looks like I'm got lots of ammunition. Okay, good. Whoa! Doggone rodents. Yeah, turn your back for one moment and there they are. Is it just me or is he clipping into the ground there? And it's locked, okay. I can't even hit it with a shotgun. Come on. It is clipping into the ground. You see that? I hear another one. I'll take that now, thanks. This is stress-inducing! Alright, gotta get out of here, man. I just gotta get out of here! I don't even care at this point. I just want to get out of here now. What? No! Kill it, Joe! No! You stupid rats! Ah! The flies on the screen and everything! Whoa! Freaking Jedi blasted rat creatures! Oh. I know I should just go, but I kind of want to explore this first. There's the radio. I can't get those cassettes, okay? All right. One way to go. Not the crying child in a dark and scary... No, not the crying child. Come on. Oh, this is gonna get me. This is gonna get me. I'm done. I am so done.
Uncle, come on, get up. We'll get eaten. Please, wake up. Why are you sleeping? Let's go to Mom. You told me you'd take me to... Go away. Leave me alone. Mom told me not to talk to strangers. Please, Uncle. Are you hurt? Say something. He won't wake up. I think he's dead. He's dead, isn't he? How... You'll take me? I don't know you, but if I don't, I guess I'll get eaten by the monsters. You have a gun? Okay, maybe I'll come with you then. You can shoot the monsters, right? Okay. My name is Sasha. You shoot, and I'll watch your back.
Great.
I hate to leave Uncle here. I was visiting Uncle. He was taking me home when the monsters came. They jumped at him. He started shooting, but then a big Nosalis bit him in the neck. But Uncle is really strong. He killed it with a knife. You don't look as strong as Uncle. I'll have to help you, or we'll both get eaten.
Where is he? Did he become my conscience? Or is he on my back? Where is this kid? I now have a phantom kid clinging to me. Am I carrying a kid on my back, really? Oh no. In the note, the children of Metro. Sometimes I feel that they, who were born underground and who have never seen the sun, are a whole new species. This child has just been through hell. He stayed alive by sheer luck and is not falling apart in the slightest. He speaks calmly and rationally. I remember the day the station where my mother and I lived then, right after we went down to the Metro, was attacked by rats. When Mother died and the rats, and I was saved by Sukway. He said I didn't talk for several months after that, and I remember nothing about that time, nothing at all. While this little boy, perhaps the Metro will temper us. Perhaps the generations raised without the sun, but also without fear, will claim the earth, if I give them a chance. Well, gosh, I don't even know what to tell you. That's horrible. All right, I'm going to have to end it there, ladies and gentlemen. Didn't expect any of this. So, we've got a kid clinging to our back now, and we've got to keep him and ourselves alive. No pressure! We will pick up right here where we leave off next week. Same Ox time, same Ox channel, here on YouTube and Twitch. Thanks for coming to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 419, and many thanks to all of the mods who fielded your questions for me today. Oh. That's neat. Haven't seen that before. I've got to go, but stay tuned for tomorrow morning when I'm going to hopefully have my video done for you all. It's going to be a Fallout 3 video, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Until then, be sure each and every one of you stays classy.